What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to me explaining my fitness routine. I know it's been a very long time, and this is supposed to sort of be like a daily thing, but as I always realize, my plans are terrible. So I did a daily thing in terms of updates regarding my exercise. I did that for about a week, and then I stopped. And I think it was the right decision, actually, and I don't plan on going back to daily uploads. One, because I know a lot of people on this channel. This isn't an exercise channel. It's still something I'm going to put on because I like to exercise, but this is a FIFA channel. And although I don't love FIFA, I'd like to at least have the majority of stuff be FIFA, because I know I've been posting like FIFA, music, exercise. It's kind of just all over the place. So for the time being, we're going to stick with FIFA until I inevitably get bored of it. And then we'll see where it goes. But anyway, how was my fitness? So this is actually, I think this is an interesting video because I have a lot of updates, unlike where I would just talk about what I ate for the day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it would be the same thing every day, and then I would talk about how I went to the gym. We've had some different things going on, but for the sake of old times, let's just do that one more time. What would I normally eat? Like what? Just if you hadn't seen any of those kind of boring videos, my routine was, for breakfast, have a power bar. For lunch, have like some chicken and rice and go to the gym. Mondays, it was chest, triceps, shoulders. Tuesdays, back and biceps. Wednesdays, legs. Thursdays, chest, triceps, shoulders, like a little lighter day. And then kind of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I might run a little bit, rest. And that was for lunch. Then for dinner, it would just vary all over the place. But also, when I would get home from work, I would run probably about a mile, maybe a mile and a half. I would also run on the treadmill at lunch. I would try to do 12 miles per hour, so a 5-minute pace. And the highest I ever got was 0.3 miles, and I never really got past that. So actually, that was a pretty good thing I had going in terms of routine. But the one problem was it was killing me. Like, I was so tired because, as many of you know, because I complain every time, I have a job. Like, I have an actual job. I don't just sit here all day. And so the schedule was like wake up at 6:45, wake up at 7, leave for work at like 7:40, get to work at 8:30, work from like 8:30 till 12, go to the gym from 12 to 1, get home, leave work at like 5:30, get home at like 6:15, run from 6:15 till like 6:45, then do a YouTube video explaining what I just did. And I know it doesn't seem like it's too much, but I didn't have really any period in my time in my day where I could just rest, and that's so important. So I'm still glad I did it, of course, but it's not really sustainable. But the biggest thing that changed was actually I lost my gym membership. Not because I physically lost it, but I was getting my gym membership for free, and it was a really huge perk. But then, for some reason, something changed in our system, and now I don't get any gym. That's not technically true. I still have the option of paying $25 a month to go to Planet Fitness. You know, the gym that is $10 a month. That's an actual thing. So, not all was lost because I didn't have a gym membership for the majority of the time that I've been at this job. And I still managed, like I wasn't really lifting as many weights. I was doing more body exercises because in my backyard I bought it's called a power tower, so you can do tricep dips, you can do pull-ups, you can do some of those leg raises. I also have a punching bag, like an actual 100-pound punching bag, and I have the speed bag. And then also, what's most important now is I've had this bench press that I'll show you in the video. I'll show you a quick clip. I also bought some, like a easy bar to do curls and tricep dips, and I have I don't have dumbbells because dumbbells are very expensive. So I bought the actual bar, and then I have just some 10 pounds, 5-pound weights. So I put those on, and I can make like a 35-pound dumbbell if I need, 45, whatever. Now, honestly, when I had the thing happen where I lost my gym membership, I was like, well, that's it. Challenge is done. This is probably like second week, so maybe January 15th. I thought challenge is over. I'm just going to have to go back to being kind of like a body exercise guy. But I really like body exercise. There's nothing wrong with that, but I found because I've been going to this gym since September to do weightlifting, um, it's really helped in terms of just getting more muscular. And it wasn't something that I had seen in my body beforehand in terms of the muscular development, because it's just different types of muscular development that you see when you do body exercises as opposed to weightlifting. Now, of course, I'm not claiming to be some huge jacked guy. You can clearly see, based on who I am not a huge jacked guy. I also don't really want to be like. I watch a lot of Mike Thurston videos, and I'm this is like no shade thrown at him whatsoever, but I prefer like a leaner body type as opposed to him. He is. Even if I wanted to, I could not do what he does because he's just an absolute beast. He's a unit, mate. And the amount of dedication that he can put in, and that the determination that he has, his mindset, is something that I'd love to have, but I just don't think I can do it, at least not in my current state. So anyway, I can only really do like bench press. I have to find different types of exercises to do because I was doing a lot of machine-based things. I had a squat rack at the gym. I don't have all that here. So for leg exercises, I've been slacking a little bit. I need to do I still do sprints, which is pretty good because I go to the football field and do some sprints. But I need to actually find a substitute for squats. Because January, I was focusing more on like losing weight. I've gone from 180, which was on January 1st, to by January 31st, I was 174, which is pretty good. Like 6 pounds is a big loss. I don't really know if I was 180 because every other day after that, I had been weighing myself right as soon as I woke up. Whereas that one day where I started, my starting point was like after I had a big meal. So I might have been like 178 really, but still a pretty good loss in terms of weight. The one thing about this is I don't feel like I don't like to show my I'm a very private person, so I don't really want to show you just pictures of me shirtless because that's not something I normally do. But for the sake of the video and for science, here's just like a quick thing. You can see that I am not ripped. I still have some, I think a good amount of stomach fat, which is mainly where the body weight or where the body fat stores for me. I think it's mainly my lower, like my belly region and sort of my sides, and then also my legs. And that's why I'm such a thick boy. Also, if you're wondering, I did shave. And that's also kind of why I have like these, I think I have pimples all over my chest now because of shaving and also because I just have bad skin. So that's what those weird dark marks are. It's not very great to see, is it? So anyway, there's still work to be done. I don't love showing off my shirtlessness, but I need to work on cutting back in terms of body weight and body fat because I'm probably still around 18% body fat. Maybe even closer to 20. And to get to where I'd like to be, it'd be more like 10. And that's going to be something that's easier done when it gets hotter because I'll be able to do more cardio and just sweat off weight. That's what happened when I did this sort of challenge, except without any weightlifting, mainly body exercises in the summer. I went from 175 to like 163, which was the lowest weight I think I've been in at least maybe four years. What I'm hoping is, because I'm coupling the dieting with this weightlifting, I'll look like a thinner version of that, but a little bit more toned, because I think I looked okay in that one picture I have where I was shirtless at the beach. But the thing is, I wasn't as like muscular, and it's not so much the appearance. Like, I don't really care about appearance. What I like about exercise is, number one, the feeling I get afterwards. Because if I don't exercise, I just feel sad and I feel like I haven't accomplished anything. As soon as I exercise, I feel almost that high that you get from running, right, lads? But number two is really the challenge. I was listening to the True Geordie podcast, and I was listening to the Tyson Fury one, and he was talking about legacy and challenge, and that's what Tyson just kept harping on, is how he doesn't care about the legacy. For me, it's not legacy, but it's more like appearance. I don't care about appearances. What I like is the challenge. I like actually working out and the feeling that I get while I'm working out, the challenge of knowing that I'm getting this progression and seeing the progression in terms of weight that I can just push around. That's what I like. just some mechanical stuff, I suppose. What I've found to be most helpful is this app called Strong. If you guys, what I used to do is I would work out, but I would kind of just like track things in my head. Like, I think I did 175 on bench 5 times that day. I think I did 45-pound Arnold presses. I think I did 225 on squat. And most of the time I was kind of correct, but not even 100%. The main issue was I would just like do the same weight over and over and over again. Whereas if I'm doing a higher weight, I'm just going to get more muscular. So since I've actually gone away from the gym and I've worked out here, my bench press, which was stuck at, I could do 185 once, like that was kind of a max. I've gone up to, on Monday, so 2 days ago, I did 200 5 times, which is the most I've ever done in my entire life. So that kind of accountability that you get when you download something like Strong, it really helps. And so I don't really like the idea of like writing stuff down and like always being on your phone, but for tracking purposes, it's really important. This is a bit of an aside, but the Kobe Bryant death actually kind of messed me up a little bit. Kobe Bryant, because I always watched him play basketball, and I've been a big basketball fan. I don't want to make this about me. This is kind of just a thing about Kobe Bryant and how even someone who I wasn't his biggest fan, I would normally even like cheer all the Celtics Lakers games, all the finals. I would always cheer against Kobe because I wanted what I thought to be the underdog. I always wanted them to win. But the one thing that really stuck with me about Kobe Bryant was a story that I think is what he told about his father, and how if you've ever seen a picture of Kobe Bryant with his jersey in his mouth, it was because when he was training, he would be tired and his dad would say, if you need water, just go to your jersey and suck out the sweat. And that's like such a mind-boggling thing to say, but it just always stuck with me. So in the days leading up to Kobe Bryant's death, unfortunately, I was always thinking about him because in the middle of a workout, when I was doing ab stuff, I would always be really tired and I would just be like, I think I can't do it. I think I'm not going to be able to do this minute plank. I'm like stuck at 40 seconds. But then for the last 20 seconds, I would just do the Kobe Bryant, put the jersey in my mouth, and then I would break through. And that's really, I hate to do the whole hashtag Mamba mentality thing, but that's really what that is. And that's such a great mindset to have for something like working out, which is not an easy task. It's something that is very arduous. So shout out to Kobe Bryant. If you need to just get some inspirational words, there are a bunch of YouTube compilations of things that he said, and I don't want to be that guy who just makes something, a tragedy, about somehow making it related to me. But it's true that he inspires a lot of people, and that whole mindset is one of the most important things to have, even if you're just trying to do something like work out, just trying to do something to better yourself. You need to have that mentality. It's the same mentality that Mike Thurston has, that Kobe Bryant has, that pretty much any successful person has. What are my plans exactly for the future for working out? Well, I'm going to continue this. The thing that I've liked more, I guess I should talk about my diet. In terms of dieting, I haven't done as strict of a diet as I did in the summer, which is also part of the reason why I haven't lost as much weight. But I've gone to a place where it's more sustainable. So I'm still eating pretty much whatever I want, except I'm not eating any desserts, or maybe eating like once a week, twice at the most, but not even that. And it hasn't really affected me negatively at all. I mean, I used to eat dessert after every single dinner, like every day. So dessert 7 times a week, just because I thought I might as well. And it never really negatively impacted me in terms of weight. It just kind of made my physique a little bit flabbier than I'd like. So no dessert is the big thing. No pastries as well. I try to cut out bread. But also something that I've fortunately never really been a huge addict of is I don't really drink anything other than water. I mean, I used to actually drink a lot of milk, which I think milk is okay for you, but it does have a high fat content, especially if you're drinking like even 2% milk, or whole milk is even worse than that. So I don't drink milk anymore, and also I don't drink juice. I used to drink apple juice a lot. Like, I thought apple juice was great for you. And yet again, it's not something that's terrible for you, but it has so much sugar in it that that sugar just goes into your body and doesn't give you the same benefits that something like water does. If you're drinking a ton of water, it doesn't add any calories to you. It's pretty much what's in your body, just natural water. And also it makes you feel a little bit fuller because it goes into your stomach and there's less volume for your stomach to have to add for food. So you feel like you're fuller, you're going to eat less, and that just kind of works in a cycle. Like I always say in these videos, I'm not an expert on any of this, and if you guys want actual advice, there are plenty of other people on YouTube who can give you that advice. I'm just kind of documenting this story because, one, I like to document things so then I can look back on this at a different time in my life and be like, oh wow, did I actually do that? And number two, I think it helps to hold me more accountable. In a similar fashion to the having the Strong app and actually writing things down, if I just kind of did this on the side and didn't make it a series at all, I would just be like, it doesn't matter if I take this day off. It doesn't matter if I eat this dessert. I'd rather actually have this to document and have this to be more accountable. And I think, at least for now, it's worked. Because I've always wanted to do these kind of diet/exercise training regimes. And it's always lasted pretty much like 7 days. And I've not gone back to it. So this is actually the furthest point that I've ever gotten. And I feel proud of myself, which is a thing that doesn't really happen too often. I normally am never satisfied, which is a bad character trait. Anyway, what I would like to know is how you guys are getting along, so leave that down in the comments below. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, there's a Discord which will be in the description below, and you can find the fitness channel. We've been sharing photos. It's died down a little bit, to be honest, so if you guys want to pick it back up, that'd be awesome. Just do that down below. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time, probably in a FIFA video. As always, don't forget to spay your pets.